Thank you, Caroline. When you look at these last-minute Biden pardons, the big ones, Biden siblings, Fauci, January 6th committee.
That's right.
Most of the big ones have the same very neat signature. We would expect that probably to be the auto pen. There is one that looks different. It looks authentic. In fact, if you look at the last name, it almost looks like the president was having a hard time spelling his last name there. Is this White House of the opinion that the only pardon that would count is one that the president signed himself?
It's very
Hunter
interesting.
Biden.
Very interesting props. If you want to bring them to my office later so I can take a closer look, I would like to do that. The president is making a good point when he discusses the usage of the auto pen. Who was running the country for the past 4 years? Perhaps those documents were signed with the auto pen, something that this, I believe the Department of Justice is looking into. As you saw, Ed Martin made an announcement at the Department of Justice this morning to launch an investigation because the American people deserve answers.
Is there any concern that this president, who won the election on a promise to fix the economy and close the border, that focusing and scrutinizing these Biden pardons is looking into the past instead of looking forward?
I think in comparison to the amount of time this president has spent on securing the border, on fixing our economy, I just read out for you an entire list of economic accomplishments. Look at the border numbers, look at the time and effort he's divulged into solving the global conflicts abroad. It pales in comparison, but it's still, nevertheless, is a very important issue. And it was a huge issue that sent the president back to this White House. The Americans saw with their own eyes a mentally incompetent president, and they want answers for that, and the president believes they should have
And
them.
something that just crossed, Caroline, how mad do you think President Trump is going to be when he finds out that Elon Musk said, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it."
Look, the president already knows where Elon Musk stood on this bill. It doesn't change the president's opinion. This is one big, beautiful bill, and he's sticking to it.
Okay, I've been saying this, I said it in another video in regards to the auto pen. I believe everybody that Joe Biden pardoned, it shouldn't count. It shouldn't count because it wasn't actually signed by the President of the United States. It was signed by an auto pen. Who's to say Joe Biden actually utilized the auto pen? Anybody could use an auto pen. Anybody. So it should not count. It should only count if you are actually the person signing off on these things. And, Peter Doocy, I think that's how you say his name, Peter Doocy, he comes up with some good questions when he gets there in the press briefing room. And this is something to investigate. I know he mentioned, I like how he asked that question too, like, is this that important? Because this is something about the past. And we're trying to move forward. And I've mentioned that in my videos as well. We're all about moving forward. Well, if we're going to move forward, we also have to take into consideration the corruption of moving forward. If there's still corruption that's tied to the Bidens and it's still continuing to this day, yes, it needs to be investigated, even though it happened in the past. And I don't agree with a lot of those pardons. His drug addict son, his whole family pardoned. Fauci pardon, that's a huge one when it comes to the COVID vaccine. Why aren't any Democrats screaming about this? Because they don't care. They wanted all these crazy corrupt people to take hold of this country and use the American people. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody.